Okay, so am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are
Okay.
audible.
Okay. So first of all, thank you for welcoming me and giving me this opportunity to address this FDP. So my title of for today is basically research in AI-based distributed analytics. So I wanted to give a kind of selective overview of what kind of research opportunities and problems I think are interesting in this field, especially in application of distributed systems and AI combined together for uh, applications like analytics applications, which can be, which are there. There are myriads of such applications, of which I want to discuss a few, and the technical challenges and research problems related to that. So, with respect to the AI, uh, AI is probably the most discussed, widely discussed, heavily discussed topic in this world today. But AI by itself is basically a combination of different technologies, of which machine learning is a very small part, which has optimization, distributed system, uh, networking, and various other operating system level concepts. All of them fused together make AI. So make make you build a system which is adaptable, intelligent, able to model behavior of uh, real world situations and so on. Right. So I am going to talk about how distributed uh, computing and distributed systems concepts are very important in case of building AI solutions for different problems. And one such aspect is what people typically talk about is distributed machine learning. But to to be frank, to be accurate, distributed machine learning is again just a small part of the bigger picture. There are different other stages in the AI pipeline where basically distributed processing can come into play, like pre-processing, filtering, knowledge graph, then actual training, testing, and validation. All those phases in the pipeline, in all those phases, you can apply distributed analytics and distributed computing uh, for various benefits. So, with respect to distributed systems and distributed paradigm, why it's very important? Uh, why just AI by itself is nothing actually, not going to solve any problem? Because uh, for one thing, people nowadays uh, if an application is just running in your desktop, then also that application is today accessed from all over the globe, right? So performance is a big issue and concurrency handling is a big issue. So, and also the data that is being handled is of the range of big data, terabytes, exabyte scale data, right? So to handle that kind of big data, to handle that kind of concurrent workloads, to handle that kind of geographical access patterns, right? Uh, the traditional forms of computing were unable to actually handle this. So distributed computing came into being, and distributed computing was just the classical start. Nowadays, people are talking about cyber physical systems, IoT, edge computing, cloud computing, which are all fancy words, which basically are different flavors of the same concept of distributed systems. Like cloud computing talks about providing distributed infrastructure on a data center, whereas IoT talks about building ad hoc clusters to provide distributed computing infrastructure closer to the data source, that is sensors and so on. Fog computing and edge computing basically talks about bringing you up the best of both sides, that you are able to get the uh, high end processing power comparable to the cloud, but instead of bringing and fetching everything from a data center, you are actually locating the or putting your resources, hardware infrastructure closer to the data source, the IoT infrastructure, using something called a fog or edge cluster. But on the other hand, the latency and performance degradation is very less because you are performing the computation closer to the data source. So now, to cater to industry demand, data science and distributed analytics, these are basically now the what is called the what may be called the hot topics or the most sought after topics, which are for research as well as for development skills. So industry demand, why data is very evident that everybody is in the industry is looking for data scientists, and specifically distributed analytics is actually something that all the companies are now implementing. For example, this right hand side picture, it shows that in Netflix, they have a cluster of 300 nodes to 1,000 nodes, 1,000 servers, which are connected over a cluster, which allows them to process millions of writes per second. Right. So to deliver that kind of a performance guarantee and that kind of lightning fast access, distributed computing is used in conjunction with AI. And slowly, the market for distributed computing like big data and Hadoop technologies have grown, as you can see from this data. And among the top skill sets that are sought after in by employers, you can see in the bottom left corner, this is a report by LinkedIn Global, that cloud computing and distributed computing actually are one of the foremost front runners skill sets actually, apart from AI and data science. So bottom line is it's important to know distributed computing and its applications with AI. So I have been talking about this. So without dwelling into this factor much longer, just to summarize that previously we had a standalone model of computing, a standalone model of the storage where relational databases like Oracle, MySQL were used as a backend to store the data, and in the front end there were C, C++ based standalone systems which were running on a single computer and so on. But with the advent of big data, with exponentially increasing data and data coming from heterogeneous sources and so on, data parallel computation, that is parallel computing frameworks came into being, and relational databases were replaced by distributed or NoSQL databases. And why parallel computation and distributed storage was done, because is now done because this computing model and the storage model is able to handle large data. And if we have a cluster of servers, then it's very easy to add new servers to that cluster to be able to handle increasing data size. And also in place of such clusters, if faults happen in one or two servers, still the system is able to function correctly. And also flexibility is there because you can change the computing model, modify the computing model without affecting most of the servers and the underlying hardware using this kind of computing models and storage models. So this is again repeating from what I was talking about, that cloud, edge, and IoT, those are basically the buzzwords that are going on nowadays. And all it means is basically you have to perform some parallel computation and use some kind of distributed storage to store the data on a cluster. And according to and modern times, what is happening that the cluster servers in the cluster are also becoming mobile, like Android devices or drones, right? You can build you can use a swarm of drones to perform some kind of monitoring of an oil pipeline or a disaster region, where each drone in the swarm is acting as a compute node or storage node. So there's a parallel computation on a mobile infrastructure, which is a swarm of drones that is done here. And for that, of course, there are several new challenges that are coming up that needs to be addressed. So in terms of having a lab to and to perform this kind of researches, what you would need is, of course, you need a workstation or a set of workstations, because you are developing AI tools and AI frameworks, working with AI engines, which require and sometimes you are working with deep learning or some other form of high performance computing kind of tasks. So you need a workstation with several GPU cores available to you. And then for deployment and testing, you need an infrastructure which comprises of a test of a data sources like IoT devices, like your drones, like your Raspberry Pis, and so on, and which runs certain streaming software or streaming frameworks like Kafka, for example. And then you have a fog layer, which is a gateway layer between the edge layer and the IoT layer, where basically you have relatively larger servers than the edge devices, like your NVIDIA Jet